Heather Vale with Performance Marketing Insider, and joining me today is Ted Dhanik, President and CEO of Engage BDR. Hey Ted, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing really well. How about you, Heather?
I'm doing good, doing good. So it's almost the new year. We're in this mode of looking forward to what's going to be hot for 2015. So before we start, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, so let's talk about a few of the developments that Engage BDR has been working on. First, mobile video. So tell us, how new is mobile video for you guys?
Mobile video is pretty new for us, but I gotta say something. I know you have a cat.
I do.
The cat was in the video.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's a very cute cat. Looks like a Russian blue, maybe.
Yeah.
Very cute. So, in honor of your cat, I am bringing mine.
Well, your cat is pretty big, I gotta say. Like, you know, it's not the size of the cat that matters, but just noticing how big your cat is.
Hey, thanks. I think it's not always a good thing to have a big cat, but yeah.
And you know, and cats go well with the topic of video because we know that cat videos are always popular. So, you know, now people can advertise in those crazy cat videos, I guess.
Yeah, especially in mobile video.
Okay, so what's the deal? I mean, I know we've talked about video before. You guys have been doing desktop video at least. So what's the difference? Why the move? Tell us what's new.
Yeah, so I kind of circled back to a couple years ago on Performance Marketing Insider when we had some interviews with your predecessors, and we were talking about video, and we're talking about desktop video, and as it relates to direct response, and so we were one of the early guys and pioneers and gals of direct response marketing in-stream video, which is pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll on desktop. So yeah, so we've been in that space for a number of years. Our video business has exploded over the past, it's been a couple quarters, maybe 3 quarters, and we're one of the leaders now in the video space as it relates to desktop. And we recently got into the mobile video space, and we're quickly dominating in that area as well. So the volume is pretty significant, and we're starting to see quite a bit we're learning a lot about it. It's a very new space. Not a lot of people know so much about it. It's kind of uncharted territory. Not even the technologies are compatible between each other yet, and that kind of thing. So it's new, and it's fun, it's exciting, and I'm watching your cat.
Okay, so previously, if someone wanted to use the Engage BDR platform to place a video ad, a pre-roll, a commercial, post-roll, mid-roll, whatever, they could only do that on a desktop campaign, not on a mobile campaign?
Yeah, so the technologies are very different in mobile and in desktop video. The transcoding and things like that, which are basically the way that the ad formats talk to the players and that kind of thing. So in desktop display advertising, typically you can take a display ad tag and run it on mobile, and it works. It's the same ad tag. It'll work in mobile web, and sometimes even in app-based traffic, which is mobile app traffic, right? So that is really easy. But when you start talking about video files and transcoding and things like that, and the streaming of the video content, the compatibility of the device and the type of file it needs, the bandwidth, are you on 3G, 4G, or wireless, different file type based on what you're on, things like that. So there's a lot of conditions. It's very, very complicated, and so it's a lot of stuff for everyone to figure out right now. But while that's happening, it's a great place because there's not a ton of demand for it yet. Inventory is starting to grow pretty fast, and so you're starting to see a lot of great inventory, and I think the prices are lower than they're going to be eventually. So it's kind of like buying a vintage car before it's vintage.
Okay, so you just said a lot of stuff that sounds impressive, but what does that mean? I mean, don't I just need an MP4 file, and that's going to work no matter what the end outcome is of where that video is being played?
Yeah, so it's not always that way, just because, a lot of times this type of video is not popping the native player on your device. So you said MP4, we're assuming that you have an iPhone, or some Android device, and that is a file type recognized by the native player on the device. And most of the time, these advertisements or the streaming content are not relying on native player. In fact, they don't want the native player to be leveraged because there are a lot of limitations and the experience is interrupted and things like that, and that takes over your whole screen. And so there's different formats, and that may not be the right type of file for the foundation you're on. Like, hey, I'm on 3G. And by the way, 3G never works for me at all. I just don't know what it is. It's either 4G or Wi-Fi. 3G never. When it goes on 3G, it just stops working. So maybe some other people have better luck with it. But yeah, 3G or 4G or whatever it is, and then Wi-Fi, the different file types. So the conditional transcoding is a big component of successful performance on video as it relates to advertising and also the streaming of the content. So we're right in the middle of all that stuff right now, and trying to figure it out. It's a new business. It's like working at 7-Eleven, and all of a sudden you're working at Taco Bell. It's a little similar, but it's different. It's totally different.
Okay, so ultimately, let's say I have a pre-roll that's been performing really well on my desktop campaigns, and I want to take that same pre-roll. I want to take the same information. Maybe I want to make it a smaller MP4 file or whatever, but what do I actually have to do with that in order to ready it for mobile video? And then what can I do right now in your platform today as far as the mobile video goes?
So as it relates to our platform, you would be able to upload the file, and from the standpoint of conditional routing, things like that, we'd make those decisions, and we do a lot of stuff on the back end. So it's like you upload one file, but we'll make a variety of versions of it in the back end based on the conditions. And the conditions are the type of handset, the type of foundation. Is it let's just not even say 3G anymore, but let's just say it's 4G, or is it Wi-Fi, or
Okay.
1X? Does that mean there's no data? I don't know. It never is for me. But yeah, those kind of conditions, and then people with different types of devices, all those things are determining factors, right? So you basically upload the file, and we do all that stuff on the back end. Now, there are not a lot of places for you to buy mobile video right now. There are some that are very popular. Like Ad Colony is one. They've been around, and they do that stuff quite a bit. And I believe they're pure play now, meaning that's all they do. They only do mobile video. So we're newer to the space. But the great thing is we have a lot of publishers that sell us a lot of other media, and they happen to have a ton of mobile video as well. So it's great. So we're leveraging the relationships we have direct with publishers to buying desktop display, mobile display, desktop video, and also mobile video. So it's all one-to-one relationships, no middlemen. It enables us to get better performing media. We know where it is. We know how to optimize it. We can do a lot of creative things to target better and filter the traffic, because we're buying it directly from the source, as opposed to aggregate third-party exchanges, RTB, other ad networks, whatever the nightmare of the day is.
Okay, so once the file's optimized, can I run a mobile video campaign today, or is this something we're looking at over the coming weeks and months?
You can do it today. Yeah, we launched mobile video maybe about 60 days ago. So it's it's been pretty much doubling in size like every couple weeks. So it's becoming a huge revenue stream for our business.
Okay, and what kind of growth do you foresee happening in 2015?
In mobile video?
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. I think some of the bigger players are already starting to make pushes in that area. The bigger video platforms that are potentially competitors of ours and also our friends. Not to name them, but yeah, they are definitely driving down that path. You are going to see ads in Facebook very soon on the app, and guess what that is? That is mobile video ad. Those are mobile video ads, right? So those will, you already see autoplay video happening. You're going to start seeing ads in them, and that's brought to you by, Facebook. So that's going to happen there, and they're a big ad tech player, and a lot of other folks will be leveraging that demand that they create by syndicating it or creating more opportunities to publish in mobile video.